Hey guys, for today I thought we'd show you a little tutorial on how to replicate these bases. Basically make molds and then use resin to replicate them. Sometimes they're hard to get hold of, so it's easier just to replicate your own, or sometimes they become discontinued, so sometimes you just have to make your own. So here we go. Basically the bases are obviously for little guys like this. Right, first thing we need is the bases that you want to replicate. Either make them yourself or have a couple around that you just like and want to replicate more of. Next, you're going to get a base, like so. Then what I do is just make sure the base is kind of clean from your last session. I like to get something like this. It's a touch flexible, but will be very supportive of whatever you're putting on it. So there we go, just get rid of the rubbish on it. Now what I do is I just put a tack of just a tack of super glue down on them, just to hold them in place, just like so, because that will just easily flex off when it sets, especially on the metal. There we go. And I'd say about a good 5mm is plenty for the silicone mold to be in between. So just to show you while that's setting, I like to use this DWR Plastics RTV silicone molding rubber. It's short A28 medium, sets in a good few hours, but definitely you want to leave it at least sort of a good few days before you start molding with it and sticking your resin into it. But so we've got that. These guys are going to be set down, they'll be fine. So then I want to play with a bit of Lego. So all you want to do is then build yourself up a wall around the outside. Now, depending on what your silicone moulding will depend on how tall you want that wall to be. So, and obviously how wide and whatever. I tend to leave a good 5 to 10mm gap all around the edge, just to make it a decent size. There we go. Right guys, I'll build this up and then I shall be back with you. Okay guys, we're back. So I've done about a 3-layer height. You can see that there. Now, just to hold this in place, they've set now. They're not moving around. Whether you can see that very easily with the slant of the camera. There we go. There's a good sort of 5 to 10mm gap all the way around. What I like to do, so just line it up around there. Sorry, I'm trying to bend over the camera a bit here, so I'm also trying to see myself. Is I get a little bit of blue tack and just put it down on the sides just to hold that in place. Now I don't tend to get any spillage or anything, the Lego is quite way off. Yeah, I don't tend to get any seepage or anything like that, so we're all good that way. There we go. And that's that in place. So, right. Now, just to say this, before you pour anything in here, you are going to want to put some silicone release spray over the whole lot, but I do that a couple of minutes before I do anything else. So for now, we're going to move this to one side, and then we're going to start mixing up basically our silicone mold rubber. Hey guys, so we're back. So I have my silicone here and I have my active ingredient here. Now we followed the directions on the bottom and you should be able to see that. And I'm going for a mix of 100 to 3. And you do it by weight, and the pot life there, as you can see, should be about 20 to 30 minutes, and the cure time is 1.5 to 2 hours, but this is probably going to be quite thick, so it's going to take a little while longer, I would imagine. So basically I've just put mine here in an older pot I've had here, and then we're just going to activate it, put our activator in there, and then just stir it up. So, and make sure it's all folded in nicely. So here we go. I'm going to put half in first, and then I'm going to do the other half in a minute when we've stirred the rest in. So we'll be back in a minute when it's all stirred in. Just to say, you want to try and mix this as carefully as you can and not introduce as least air bubbles as you can. So you really don't want to just go mad at it, because air bubbles are bad, so you don't want those. Okay, that's looking like a pretty good mix to me. Let's get rid of that. Bring back our our mold. Now, remember this guy? Yep, we want that. Give it a good shake. Try and get it right in there amongst all the crevices. Give it a few seconds to dissipate. Alright, now you want to pour this so it's nice and a long line. As long as you can get it, and then that will get rid of any air bubbles. There we go. That's filled up. Now we just want to leave that to set. We'll see some air bubbles rising up out of it over time, and that will hopefully be set in the next few hours. Okay guys, so now all we need is something like this, polyurethane resin kit that takes one part and another part, mix them both together, you get a time limit, and then you need to pour it into your mould. Okay, this stuff gives me about 15 minutes to work with it, and then takes about another couple of hours to set properly, so I like to give myself a bit of working time. Now this stuff you just mix 50-50. So in this mould here, I know it's going to take me around about 22 grams of resin to fill it. So I'm going to mix around about 30 grams. And you do it by weight. So you get yourself a little bit of scales like this. I get 2 cups, and then I pour the mixture into both of them. So we're just going to do that now. Get them scales on. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. And we just pour one into the other. Give it a good stir. Make sure it looks pretty even. You'll notice the resin starts to get a little bit warm as it's working and activating. Pull your model over. I just use the stick just to help pour the line so it just doesn't go everywhere. That's about that one. And if I have some left over, I usually have a spare mould somewhere laying around, I'll just quickly make some more. Don't worry if you go over the top and leave a little bit in, because you can just sand it back to get a proper flat base. That's what I do. And that is about it. There we go. Right, now we just let that set. Okay guys, well I think it's all set now. We'll just take one of these little ones out that we did. They're easy peasy to get out because they're only small. But they're all done. So, just bend back and forth the mould. And then I literally just pry out like that. This one's going to be a bit harder because it's got long indentations. That's it, it's come cleanly out of the mould. There is our replicas. Just want a little bit of clean up on the sides. So that's them, pretty much perfect. Make as many of them as you like. Make as many of them as you like, or even. The mould should last for quite a long time as long as you look after it. It's as easy as that. There we go. Well, if you liked this video and liked what I've shown, then please say something in the comment and like the video. Subscribe if you want to see more, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. As I said, I'm not just a gaming channel, this is just stuff that I like to get up to and do, so we'll be doing a few more videos like this because this is what this channel's about, the stuff that I get up to in my life, not just gaming and not just things like that, and I need to do more of that rather than just the gaming side. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers!